Google I/O 2026 shipped 3 AI platform updates. I pointed all 3 at 12 real vendor and tax portals a small business actually has to log into every week. 2 of them died before the first form field. If you're building anything that touches a government site, a bank export, or a supplier portal built before 2020, you're about to waste a weekend. Most recap videos test on Google's demo site. I tested on a Serbian tax office login with 4 conditional fields and a captcha. By the end, you'll know which one update to actually build on. I'm the Czar. I ship automation on ugly portals for a living. Let's get into the scoreboard. First, the 3 updates in 20 seconds, because you don't need another keynote recap. Update 1. WebMCP. Websites expose Model Context Protocol endpoints, and agents call them directly. No clicking, no scraping. Update 2. Skills in Chrome. The browser itself carries a set of agent skills that can drive the DOM. Fill forms, click buttons, read pages. Update 3. Built-in AI powered by Gemini Nano, a local model that runs inside Chrome, on device, free, offline. That's the lineup. Every IR demo used a clean React e-commerce checkout. That is not what a real small business logs into. So I built a test grid. 12 portals a real invoicing client hits every week. The Serbian tax office, 4 vendor supplier portals, 3 bank statement export pages, and 4 marketplace seller dashboards. Ugly stuff. iframes.session tokens in the URL captchas. Login pages that were last redesigned when jQuery was still a good idea. I ran each of the 3 I/O updates against all 12. Here's the scoreboard. WebMCP, 2 out of 12. 2. Because WebMCP needs the site to expose an MCP endpoint, and no legacy portal on Earth does that. It's a beautiful spec for websites that will exist in 2028. It is dead on arrival for the sites your clients use today. Skills in Chrome, 5 out of 12. Better. It worked on the modern React marketplace dashboards. It choked on everything with an iframe. Everything with a session token that rotated per click, and every government portal that opens a modal for the capture. When skills works, it's fast. When it fails silently, mid-form, and your agent thinks the job is done. That's worse than a hard error. Built-in AI, the Gemini Nano 1, 12 out of 12. Every single portal. And the reason is almost embarrassing. Built-in AI never touches the DOM. It doesn't try to click. It doesn't try to drive the browser. It just reads text you already have, locally, and returns structured output. So I paired it with a boring headless scrape, fed the scrape's text into Nano, and got back clean JSON. Company name, tax ID, VAT bracket, address, everything the onboarding form needs. Onboarding time on a typical new client flow dropped from 4 minutes 10 seconds down to 1 minute 5. 0. RPI cost, because Nano runs on the user's machine. 0 rate limits, works offline on a train. Here's the lesson, and it's the part the recap videos won't tell you. The agentic web only works on websites built for the agentic web. If your users live on modern SaaS dashboards, Skills in Chrome is a real tool. Ship it. If your users live on government portals, bank exports, or supplier sites that predate responsive design, WebMCP and Skills will burn your weekend. Built-in AI wins by refusing to play the browser game at all. Pick the update that matches your user's website reality, not Google's demo reality. Hot take: WebMCP is the most overhyped announcement of the year. It's technically elegant and commercially irrelevant for the next 3 years because adoption requires every legacy portal on Earth to voluntarily expose MCP endpoints. That is not happening. Meanwhile, Gemini Nano, the update Google buried on Sly 40-something, is the one that quietly rewrote my onboarding flow this week. If you're running a tool that has to survive on ugly legacy portals, the full 12 portal decision grid I use, filled in for each IR update, is on BizflowAI. IO update is on BizflowAI. Same scoring, done for you. Subscribe and hit the bell so the next tier down finds you before you sink a weekend into the wrong spec. And if you've got a workflow stuck on portals nobody at IO has ever logged into, book a free 30-minute call at BizflowAI. IO will map which update actually fits your stack.